Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Online Classroom. Today we are going to discuss about the C programming, mainly the array, 1D array basically. Now, before going to the details, at first we have to know what is an array. So, array is basically a data structure. So, as if here it is written that an array is defined as a collection of similar type of data item stored in a contiguous memory locations, right? So it means that suppose if we describe int a equals to int a within third bracket 5, so it means it is an integer type array, and on that particular array we can store only integer types of data. Now array, there are we can write the array that is the integer type, character, double, float, each and every type array is possible in C programming. And obviously the main important thing that array is we are using here the index number basically. So in the first position of an array, so that is the index number, like your roll number in your classroom. So suppose roll number 1, there is a one student, roll number 2, there is another student. So like this, in the index position 0, there is one number, that is index position 1, there is another number, and we just define, or we just call that particular all the values using the index numbers, right? Now that is the properties of an array. So here here it is written that suppose if you declare an integer type array, so one integer number, it will take 4 bytes of memory space in your RAM from your secondary memory, basically primary memory, so in your RAM. Okay, so here basically in C programming it depends. Why I say that it depends? Basically if you are using 64-bit operating system, then it will take 4 bytes. If you are using 32-bit operating system, then it will take 2 bytes of memory space, right? So but in Java it is a totally different, and it doesn't depend on your operating system, and it always takes 4 bytes of memory space. Okay, now I already told that there are stored in a contiguous memory location. So it means that suppose each and every time array index location start with 0. So suppose it is the index value of 0, 1, 2, 3, and suppose 4. And from in the index value 0, suppose I entered suppose 5, here suppose 1, here suppose -1, here 0, here suppose 10, like this. So it means if we call this particular index value, this means 0. It means if I want to told that what number stored in a position 0, then your output will be 5. Now if I told that the index position 1, which number is there, then we can say it is 1, nothing. Okay, so and it is contiguous means one after another. So it means suppose if this 5 integer value, it will take 4 bytes of memory space. Suppose if the memory location suppose 20 or 20, suppose this is the memory location, so obviously the next memory location must be 2024. Okay, so that is called the contiguous memory allocation, but it is totally different in the linked list part. When you go for the data structure, then you can say it is a totally different. Okay, now means this is here it is also written that is called the base address. Base address, it means this is called the base address basically. 2020 is the, if I just assume it, okay, but the base address is totally given by the operating system. Okay, now what I told here, so this is one example, a smallest and simple example is there. Suppose here marks within third bracket 0, after that 80. So what it means, suppose marks is an array name, is an integer type array name, right? And in the 0 position, means 0 is the index value, 0 position the value is 80. So here in the marks 0, it means this 0 position your value will be 80. Now marks 1, it is 60. Suppose in the marks with the index value 2, it is 70. Suppose index value 3 is 85. Suppose in the 4 is 75. So for your better understanding, I just write this concept separately. Now it will be more clear if we go for the programming. This is the very simple programming. First, what I give this I told in the previous slide, that is the marks 80, 60, 75 and 85. If I write the same code in a programming structure, then what happens? Now yeah, it will be, I think it will be more clear to you all. So suppose include has include str.h, you know that main function, you also know int marks 5. So it means this marks is basically the name, and integer, it means it is an integer type, and 5, it means there are maximum length of this array is 5. So it means we can save maximum of 5 numbers. Okay, so as the index value start with 0, 5 numbers means 0 to 4, right? So suppose in the mark 0 position, I will, if it is 80, in the 1 position of an array, it is 60, 70, 85, 75, like this. And now we already know the for loop. Now if we want to print or want to show what the numbers inside an array, so we have to use a for loop here. Okay, but you can go for the while loop, do while, all the things are possible, but for simplicity I just use here for loops. For I equals to 0, I less than 5 and I plus plus. It means I equals to, why it is 0? Because each and every time array index value start with 0. Less than 5, why it is less than 5 here? Because the marks 5 means the length of this type of array, this array is a 5. So less than 5 means 0 to 4. And I plus plus, it means it is nothing but incremented by 1. After that, %d and marks within third bracket I, right? Marks within third bracket I means marks with the index value 0 at the first time. So now if this code will execute, then this type of output will be there, right? So now let's check. I equals to 0 at the first time, value of I equals to 0, I less than 5 means 0 less than 5, your condition is satisfied. Then it will enter to the loop, and printf will work %d for the integer numbers, marks I, what is the value of I at the first time, value of I equals to 0. So that's why whatever inside the 0 position of an array, it will print. So in the 0 position, according to your code, it will 80. So that's why your 80 will print. Right, again it will back to the for loop, and I plus plus will execute. Now the value of I equals to 1. So 1 again less than 5, like this, your condition will satisfy. And now the new value of I equals to 1. So that's why array at the position 1, it will print the value, it will print, right? So it means in that case here it is 60. So that's why 60 will print like this, it will execute. Okay, so this is a very simple code. But if I rewrite the same code, same type of code using another rule, so it means here each and every line, here it is each and every line in the 0 position I just declare 80, 1 position 60, 2 position 70. So let's sort this code. Okay, so same type of code is there. Suppose marks is 5 here, and if I declare like this, you can declare also like this using this second bracket. If you 20, 30, 40, 60, 50, 60 like this, so it means your compiler will save the 0 position. In the index value 0 position of an array, it is 20, 1 position it is 30, 2 position 40, and 3 position 50, and 4th position is a 60. So it is automatically just saved by your compiler. Okay, but you do not write to like this. So for simplicity, for better understanding, I write like this in the first time. But this and this basically same thing. Okay, now and I again the same code, I equals to 0 less than 5. I just print the value of that array, and 0 position 20, 30, 40, 1 to in the third position there is 50, and 4th position 60, like this. Okay, now then again there is another code is there. Suppose in many cases the question is the sorting using array. Suppose some numbers are given, and the numbers may be user defined numbers. Suppose as you are user can give multiple numbers as an input, and using that number we can sort. We have to sort the number. You may be ascending order, maybe descending order according to the need. Okay, but we can also do it using array. So our first objective is that suppose if we write this code and this is the number, the output, the this is a sample output basically. But let's try. Okay, so so first concept is that user have to give the numbers as an input. Okay, so that's why here I declare a equals to 5. So it means a is an integer type array and it will take maximum 5 numbers as an input. But the concept is user have to give the numbers. Okay, the numbers are not predefined. Right? So that's why I use a for loop and here the enter the value of the position, particular position, and scan it after that ampersand of a5. So it means at the first time value of I equals to 0, and using the scanf function we can take inputs from the user. You also know it very clearly. And a within third bracket of I, it means a within a is an array, right? A is the array name here, and in the 0th position, suppose user give in the 0 position 10. Suppose 10 user give 10 as an input, right? Now again it will back to the for loop. Now the new value of I equals to 1. Now I plus plus means new value of I equals to 1 now. Now a within the 1 position. Suppose an array is created, right? Array is created, right? So let's check array is created. Suppose in the 0 position user give 10 as an input. Now you are 1 position, means you are in this position, right? Now in this position suppose user give 151, means 151 as an input. Now again it will back to the for loop. Now you are in suppose second position and your suppose user give, suppose the number is 4. Like this in the 3 position, suppose user give 1, and the 4th position, suppose user give 98, right? So like this is an array. This is an array is a A5. This is the A5 right now. This is an array and it will take 5 numbers as an input, and this is unsortable. Now what is our objective? Suppose we have to say, suppose if we want to sort this array using descending order. Okay, now what happens? Now in that case here I use a two for loops. It's called a nested for loops. Okay, why I use a two for loop? What is the concept behind that? Concept is that I have to check the 0 position and the 1 position. If the 1 position number is greater, I have to swap this number, right? So it means here I have to check 10, which is in the position 0, basically which is in the position 0, and suppose in the 1 position 151 is there. The concept is that I have to check these two numbers. So whatever in the 0 position inside array, I have to check whatever in the 1 position inside array. Here 151 is greater, so I just swap it. Means I just cancel this 10 from here. It is nothing but 151 and 10 will be there, right? So this is the concept. So for that reason, for I equals to 0, I less than 5 and I plus plus, and the second for loop means will start from the j equals to I plus 1. Means at the first time when the value of I equals to 0, at the first time j equals to I plus 1, it means 0 plus 1, it is 1, right? So it means the same concept, I have to check whatever inside 0 position with the whatever inside 1 position. Okay? So same concept is there. There is a if statement is there, I greater than j, and I means if the concept is if aj greater than of ai. Aj greater than of ai means a in the 1 position greater than of a in the 0 position, right? Okay. So a in the 1 position is 151 and a in the 0 position at the first time 10, right? Means if this condition is true, then only this particular code will work. Now there is a swapping technique, basically a temporary variable. I just take here one temporary variable. Temporary variable is nothing but one simple integer, nothing else. So here you can see that 10 is nothing but a simple integer number. Now 10 equals to a of I means whatever, if this condition is true, here the condition is true, means whatever inside a of I, what is the value of I? 0. Means inside temp at the first time 10 is there. Whatever inside a of I, it will save to the temp, right? So at the first time value of 10 equals to 10. Now a of I equals to a of j, means whatever inside a of j, it will save to the a of I. So a of I means a of 0 equals to a of 1, right? So it means whatever inside a of 1, it will save to the a of I, means a of 0 here, right? So it means now the a of 0 new value will be 151 and a of 1 value will be 151, same, right? Now after that aj equals to 10, inside that at the first time updated value of temp equals to 10 and aj, it means it is nothing but a of 1 equals to temp, it means just aj value will be replaced with the temporary variable value, so it means it is nothing but temp. So if I now draw this array, so at the first position, in the 0 position, it is 151 and it is 10, like this. So in that way we have to check each and every number. In that way we have to check each and every number and we just swap the numbers, right? So after that again value of I equals to 1, again the value I equals to 1, and after that again the value of j equals to 2. So 1 with the 2. So here the rest of that value, basically after that it is 4. Okay, so rest of the value we have to check between these two. So like this we have to traverse the total array, and in that way it is descending order. We can sort this array in the descending order, but this is one technique, but there are so many techniques are available. So this is and this is called the swapping technique, basically using the temporary variable, and swapping technique is also possible without using temporary variable. This is also possible. Okay, now and after that I just here just print for printing. Again I am using the for loop I equals to 0, I less than 5 and I plus plus, and here I just print the all the arrays. Okay, the updated value of an array. This is the concept. You just try in your home and write this code. After that you can see and you can check the outputs, and if there is any problem you just comment us in the video, and we will try to discuss. Okay, so in the next video we will discuss about the 2D array. Basically this is 1D array, means one dimension array, and there are so many dimensions. 2D 3D array is also possible, you can write. Okay, we can discuss it in the next video. So thank you all, thanks for